Approaching women for introverted men. Well, hello you. I am so glad and excited to have you here. I almost said wonderful. I don't know why I said wonderful. I wanted to say wonderful. Anyways, I am so happy you are here. And if you are that shy, introverted guy, this is the video for you. We are going to work smarter and not harder. If you're new here, my name is Arica Angelo. I'm the CEO, founder of the Arica Angelo Intimacy Experience. And here, my love, we talk about love, sex, attraction, dating, relationships. This, my love, is the place to be. So make sure that you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you know when more videos like this come your way. So you're watching this and you're introverted, you're shy. I'm going to tell you a secret. All of my relationships, with the exception of one, have all been with introverted men. That's right. You introverted guys, you're mysterious. Your quietness makes us want to investigate and work a little bit harder to get to know you, to know what you're about. So if you're introverted, don't beat yourself up over this and go, oh my gosh, I'm just not one of those cool, suave, savvy guys who knows how to walk up to the girl, swoop in, say what needs to say, and walk out. You know what? There are other ways for you to approach than those guys. And we're gonna talk about that right now. So here's some basic things that we can do. Let's just kind of set the precedence. One, I always want to encourage you guys, go to the places that feel natural to you. So if you're into yoga, if you like going to bars and having drinks with your guy friends, if you like going on hiking group excursions, these sort of things, these kind of group activities, if that is more your thing, then really put yourself in activities that feel natural to you. You want to be in a natural state. So if, let's say, you're the shy guy and the bar scene does not work for you, then you don't want to put yourself in an environment where you're naturally going to be uptight and aggravated with the surroundings. So I first set the tone. Let's go to places that feel natural to you, that when you're there, you feel comfortable and good in your skin. The next thing I want to encourage you with is have a story prepared. So let's say introductions get made. Have that story prepared so that you know that once you approach her, you make the introduction, you have somewhere to go. It's almost like a goal in your mind. So it takes the tension, it takes the pressure off of the initial hello, how are you? That part gets eradicated because I know where I'm going in this conversation, so I don't have to worry about stumbling over my words. Now, one thing that you can do to have a story prepared is think about something interesting in your day. So what happened to you? What's an interesting story? What's something shocking that happened? Did you see a police chase? Did you see a guy take off running in the middle of the street? Did you see someone with a hilarious shirt on? Have something interesting that happened in your day to make it present. And when you talk to her, then also ask her anything interesting that happened in your day. So you have that story already prepared. So when you go up to say, hello, how are you? Or wow, you are absolutely gorgeous. Or why are you standing here all by yourself? When you say things like that, you take the pressure off of that initial, I have to say hello, because you're like, I already know where I'm going with this conversation. And the best thing to do with approaching is also be cognizant of your surroundings and speak to those surroundings, because initially what makes us feel comfortable with one another is having a sense of affinity. So if you can establish a sense of affinity, look, you guys are both in a bar situation or you're both at yoga together. So look at where you're at and speak to that. Speak of the people that are there, speak of the activities going on, the ambience, but take an evaluation of what's going on in your surroundings and create and initiate conversation with that. If she's looking uncomfortable, then go up and say, are you enjoying it here? And let her respond. And then you say, oh, by the way, my name is so-and-so. What's your name? Do you come here often? Now, this is where you are gonna work smarter and not harder. When I think of the guys that I was in relationship with who were introverts, the majority of them had their friends make an introduction. So let's say you do get forced into a bar night and that is just not your thing. make sure that you go with guy friends who are more extroverted than you are. So those guys who can kind of go and break the ice, create conversations, then you can swoop in and start with your own conversation. But they've done the hard work for you. They've broken the ice. You can sweep right in there and start stealing the show by talking about your fascinating stories and engaging her. And I have seen this work time and time and time again, where the extroverted guy friend comes in, he breaks the ice, he gets the girls laughing, ha 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 ha. And then he's just too much. He becomes obnoxious and the girls are like, it's too much for us. It was fun to get this party going, but now it's just too much. That is the perfect opportunity for you to swoop into the one girl that you're interested in and start engaging conversation with her from there. So that's where you're gonna wanna talk about what interesting thing happened in your day, asking her what's going on in her day, and then talking about the environment around you, making observations of people, of the atmosphere, and the activities that are transpiring around you. I have to say that you introverted man, you shy guy, you actually inspired me. I was taking a bath and I thought, you know what, for some of these guys, like they've watched a million videos on YouTube about how to approach and they still have a hard time approaching. So how can I work smarter on their behalf as opposed to them having to work harder? And I came up with a genius idea, which is design shirts that do the approaching for guys. So I created shirts that flirt, and they say things like, I dig your aura. I'm flirting with you. Cool. Let's do coffee, girl. You plus me plus wine equals priceless. So now go out and about and wear that shirt and make it work for you. Wear it to yoga. Wear it to the grocery store. Wear it to the bar. But these are conversation starters, these shirts. So make sure that you go and grab yours so that you can let the shirt do the flirting and the working for you. Now make sure you stay to the very end for my pep talk. So you see, being an introverted guy can actually work for you because like I said at the beginning, us women like that sense of mystery about you. You're not giving us very much to work with because you're keeping it all in. So sometimes that's a challenge for us and we actually want to work harder to get to know you and get your attention. But to have these icebreakers like extroverted friends, wearing that shirt that flirts to get the conversation going to environments that you feel comfortable in. These are the ways that start facilitating that connection, that attraction. And remember, always look for a sense of affinity to establish quickly. That gets attraction kickstarted. Now, if you're the introverted guy, I want you to tell me in the comments section below, where could you see yourself wearing these shirts that I've designed for you out in the public that would help you create and facilitate attraction? Don't forget, if you are new, subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell. My love, it is all about finding what works for you. If you've been trying to do cold approach and direct approach, and no matter how hard you tried it, you seem to fail, well, I don't want to encourage you to give up at that because we always want to strengthen our weaknesses. I do want to encourage you to figure out what works for you and start working smarter and not harder. So if it's wearing a flirty shirt, if it's going to places with your buddies and bringing that extroverted guy, let that guy do the work for you, but know that you have that conversation in your back pocket that you can use once the ice is broken and that tension has dissolved and you can carry the conversation in the direction that you want it to go. Remember, my darling, you have what it takes. So instead of focusing on all of your insufficiencies, babe, brush that stuff off for real. Get in touch with what you have going on. Where are your strengths? And start focusing on those. Because if you just focus on your weaknesses, that is going to sabotage you. Yes, I want you to be cognizant of the places that you need to grow, but I want you to be more empowered and more in touch and more confident with the things that you actually have in your tool belt, in your disposal, in your personality that already works for you. And I want you to start putting those things to work and being aware that you have a lot more going for you than you realize. So my love, know that you are loved and that you have what it takes. Until next time.